Well, I think the points you just made are really the operative ones. The Russians have won on the battlefield. Their gradualist approach to these redoubts, these very strong positions in what's left of Donetsk, they're gradual things. They're done by teams of motorcyclists, three or four of them infiltrating the town. It takes a long time, but casualties are kept at a minimum. And the Russians have been pretty good about that in terms of, wanting to do as less damage as they possibly can, part of my grammar, uh, because they're looking to adopt parts of Ukraine as they have already juridically as part of Russia. So what does that mean? Well, that means that the Russians have all the high cards, that Trump now recognizes that and has thrown away people like Kellogg, who told him as recently as a couple of months ago that Ukraine can still win. Okay. Bear in mind, U.S. presidents have been terribly misinformed by the intelligence community under Biden and by the military that, yeah, Ukraine can, if it can't win, at least it can weaken Russia. Well, that was all bull. And anybody who knows about Russian history, and particularly just the last decades of Russian history, would have known better. So what's going to happen? I think that since Putin is in no hurry, he's going to just wait to see if Trump is his own man. Putin himself has said in formal press conferences, look, uh, Obama, we believe, is sincere. We believe he really wants to end this thing. But next paragraph, he is faced with all kinds of opposition, not only from the Europeans, but from people within his own country. So here's Putin as I visualize him. I spent, a half a century trying to put myself in the position of Soviet or Russian leaders. He says, well, I don't have to rush here. Trump has come a long way. It seems like he's ready to diss the objection people, whether they're in Europe or whether they're in Washington. But that's a tall job. That's a really tough job. So, as Trump likes to say, let's see what happens. We'll see what happens, okay? Meanwhile, as I mentioned before, all this pales in significance. And I say that again. All this Ukraine stuff pales in significance now that Russia has won the war.